Going to evaluate the sagittal image that we scanned. So we'll bring it up in the viewing card and make life easy. We're going to one-on-one viewing. You're going to go to Tools, and we're going to select the Distance tool, indicated by the ruler. Okay, and right now we are measuring the Z direction. So this is a sagittal image. So we're going to measure from top to bottom. So we're going to click on the evaluative tool, and we're going to left mouse click right where we see the very top edge of the phantom and draw a straight line down to where we see the bottom edge. Now we don't want to be crooked at all because that will affect your distance. You want to be straight as possible. So look at your line, and if there's any jags in it, see how there's a little jagged there, a little jagged there? Try your best to take that away and be as straight as you possibly can be. And drop it. And then here, you can click and drag this anywhere. So here's your distance, 14.85 centimeters. So that would round up to be 149, right? So our target is 148. We're okay plus minus 2. All right? So we can go 1, we can even write in 148.5 if we want, under the Z direction. Next we need to evaluate diameter, and we do that by looking at the Y and the X direction. So we're going to bring up the next series, which is the axial series that we scanned, and we'll scroll through until we get to the grid. Now, same thing here. While we have the distance tool on, you're going to start at the top, click, follow straight down through that center grid line, trying to keep it as non-jagged and straight as possible, and drop it down at the bottom. So this is, what distance is this? If we're going, if this is an axial image, what direction are we drawing in?
A to P.
P to A. Yep, or A to P. So what gradient is that?
Y.
The Y. So under the Y gradient, I'm going to write in 190. Now we're going to do the same thing for the X gradient. Center black line of the grid, straight across, also 190. Our targets for each are 190. So plus minus 2, again, perfectly fine. So 192, 188 would be acceptable. If that's not the case, then perhaps rescan, make sure you're at isocenter, make sure there's nothing wrong. Okay. The next thing we're going to evaluate is resolution. So we're going to go to first slice here, where we see these two double squares of dots. Now, you have to convince yourself that you see 4 distinct circles across and 4 distinct circles down. If you believe you can distinguish 4 separate circles, then that's the resolution that you can land in and declare. If not, then you have to go to the higher resolution, excuse me, the lower resolution. So this is 1.1, this is 1.0, this is 0.9. So here I can personally see 4 distinct circles on this top row. And I would say here I can see 4 distinct circles going vertically. So I'm going to say that we're going to take the 0.9. Okay? So under here, 0.9 and 0.9. Segment. So the next thing we're going to do is evaluate the number of spokes, which is going to give you your contrast. So we're going to go to our lowest contrast image. As you see here, the next one, the spokes get a little more visible, a little more clear. and then there as well. Okay? So as we get to the highest one, it's really easy to see. So you have to be able to see all 3 dots on the spoke to declare that you've seen a line of spokes. Okay?
And you can window it.
However you want,
Okay.
as long as you can at some point say, okay, I see 3 holes, that's 1 spoke. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 spokes per disc. So clearly we can see 10 there. We can all clearly see 10 there. We can all clearly see 10 there. So it's really the lowest contrast one that we could potentially have a problem seeing. So I can say that I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I personally can only see 9. I can't see the 10th.
You can't see 10 at all.
Well, so I would say 9. Okay? Some places write in increments of 10 because each spoke is 10. Each disc is 10. So some sites write in that they see 40 or 39, and some people just write in the last one. So it looks like they've been writing in just the last disc. So I'm going to write in 9. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I did not see any artifacts on any of the imaging. So I'm going to, artifacts, I'm just going to put a dash through there. Tested by yours truly. And then here we've been writing the helium percentage. So on this scanner, I believe it's system control, MR scanner, 52.4%.